So I'm hoping this is catching on camera. We've got a turkey vulture low passing the pastures. And against that backdrop of fall colors, it's just so pretty. Interesting to see it making its passes so low to the ground. I'm wondering if there's something out there or if it's just enjoying the day like the rest of us. I don't believe there's anything out there, but I'm keeping an eye on the progress here. There we go. Back up in the air a little bit. Again, I don't mind having turkey vultures around. They're beautiful to watch in flight. I'm not as much a fan when they land on our property, and it looks like he's coming to a landing. So out of curiosity and for making sure that our animals are safe and there's nothing too concerning in the pasture, I do keep a pretty close eye on these guys. He's clearly not scavenging for anything, so I don't know if, again, just taking a rest. And I'm not out here 24/7, so, if a wild bird, especially on a migration route like we are, is going to take a snooze or take a rest in our pasture, there's nothing I can do about that. The fact that he's alone tells me there's not much, oops, I lost him. Not much carrion here. He's certainly not looking for anything or catching, well, they don't catch, but hasn't found something deceased in the yard. Although, maybe he did. Oh, yeah, looks like maybe he did. Whatever it was extremely small because he just ate it and swallowed it. So that was kind of cool. I hope that translates on video. I really do. So this is why I keep an eye on things, right? So whatever he just ate, I couldn't tell what it was. I don't know if the video will help with that. But it was small. It was rodent-sized, possibly frog or toad-sized. I didn't see long legs, though, so I'm going to guess a rodent of some sort, which explains why the bird was doing such low-flying passes over the pasture. I want them to do their cleanup job. What I don't want them to do is stay here as permanent residents. Sorry, I'm moving because I just realized how much of the pole was in the way and how annoying that could possibly be. So, if there were a large carcass or something significantly passed in the pasture, right, I'd be concerned. Clearly not. So he's on, oh, let me undo this. He's on his way. So whatever it was that he had seen, he's long since gone, which means there's nothing left. I am going to go take a walk down there anyway. And you're coming with me because that was something I didn't expect to capture. I actually came out here to hopefully capture some time with the donkeys. Instead, we're going to get a lesson on vulture cleanup. What I'm checking for is there any remnants of anything left? Vultures are pretty good about cleanup. They don't leave much behind. If it were a larger animal, though, there would be bones and other remnants that would remain here that would need to be cleaned up. A lot of times that could happen, especially at this time of the year when you have fox and other predators hunting. They may have made a kill here in the pasture. The vultures, again, will then clean up what's left. So I am way out here now where the vulture was. I'm not seeing a single bone or any evidence of anything. So whatever the vulture spotted and managed to eat is no longer here and was, as I suspected, rather small. So probably a rodent, possibly, the remnants of a cat hunt or any of the predators. The foxes do hunt in the pastures here. They jump the fence pretty easily. And they certainly have no problem hunting in the pasture. And at night, I have absolutely no problem with that. Foxes are diurnal. They hunt day and night. There's our vulture friend up there over the tree line now. So it's pretty much moved on. No longer interested in the pasture. So again, really strong indication that whatever it had found, it's gone. But they're on their migratory path at this point, and we are directly on that route. So we do see a lot of birds come through at this time of the year. And again, I have no problem with the vultures being here. There's a whole bunch of them that have come in now. I have no problem with them being here and using our land as a rest area, using our land certainly as a hunt area, and shoot, they're so beneficial because they're cleaning up things that I would want cleaned up anyway. So there's nothing here in the pasture. Yay. With vultures though, their poop is terrible. It's absolutely awful. While I'm down here, we'll take a look at the tree line. We've got more vultures up on this side. So now we're just seeing the migratory pattern, right? They're kind of grouping up for the next leg. They don't rest and sleep here. And that to me is critical. I don't want them resting and sleeping here because their poop is awful. It smells. I mean, think about what they eat. Yes, that's what it smells like. You know, deceased things, decay. And two is, you know, it's messy. They're big birds and they have big poops. And, you know, we don't want to encourage that roosting on our barn or roosting on our house. It's just, trust me, if you haven't had the experience, you don't want it. And a lot of people that are on migratory paths, it's just such a beautiful day here in the pasture, that are on migratory paths like we are, will put deterrents up on their roof so that the vultures don't roost there. Go roost in the woods, no problem. Go roost out, you know, in some empty field somewhere, no problem. Just not on our buildings and not in the areas where we need to be, our animals need to be. And again, it's really just because their poop is terrible. So that was a rather lengthy video that was completely unintended. So if you're new to the channel, this is how this works. I come down to the barn really for my mental health break. You come along with me and we catch whatever it is we're going to catch for the day. Sometimes it's exciting, sometimes it's boring, and sometimes it's Penny looking at me like, where the heck did you come from and why are you in my pasture? So yeah, today the excitement, the catch was we found a vulture, and we, like I said, hopefully got that with him having a little meal. I'm going to cut it here though, and I will see you at the next one. I hope you are all having a fabulous day. I hope it is as gorgeous by you as it is by us. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Oh, Penny wanted to be sure she was heard, not just seen. So she's right here now. And I will see you at the next one. Bye for now.